These are the Tarot and Oracle forecasts for the month of December 2018. We have a look at the big energies that will be touching on most of your lives in the month of December in some way or another, or it could tell you the entire story. If you would like to order a personal or private reading, or that incredible soulmate reading, or perhaps a weekly update for your particular star sign, please go to the links in the description box below. So Pisces, I poured a cup of tea for you so that we could have a look at the tea leaves and see what they have in store for you. And I drew some tea leaf cards for you. Look in the picture of the cup, pause there, see if you can find any symbols that are maybe popping out that I haven't seen that will be relevant to you, and then comment in the box below and I'll see what I can find in them for you. What I picked up for Pisces in general was the letter N, like no, and E, and a crown, which means you will end up in a position of authority this month. Someone will look up to you for your knowledge and experience about something. And I also saw another N, two N's in there. So there's something with the letter N, like no, that is important in your cup. And the V, which is victory. So something you are victorious in, some aspect of your life you are victorious in the month of December. So that's very nice. The tea leaf cards I picked for you, or that came up for you, put that way, is wind chimes, peace and harmony, flag, do not be tempted to lower your standards, tortoise, slowly but surely getting ahead, fox, you will receive a gift, and tiger, doing something risky or taking a chance. So generally December is actually peaceful for you guys, which is very nice. Don't be tempted to do something any other way than which you would do it. Pisceans are actually quite, they have clarity about what works for them and what doesn't. Keep that clarity. Don't let someone sway you from that, because you're making progress, and it might not be in huge strides in the month of December, but slowly but surely you're getting there. In the month of December, you will also be receiving a gift. For many of you, you celebrate Christmas that do listen to these videos. So one of your gifts is going to be something special in the month of December or for Christmas. Very nice. And you're going to take some kind of risk towards the end of December. You're going to take a chance on something. That's very interesting. Your relationships reading, I use the Romance Angel cards as well as a tarot card to clarify each Romance Angel card. Now remember, this is not necessarily just romantic relationships. It can be important partnerships as well. So you get the very soon card. On the card it says clearly decide what you want, so that it comes to you now. And you get the Two of Fires, the tarot card. There's an element here of opportunities here for you, be it in an existing relationship or if you're looking for a relationship. The point is that you actually need to decide exactly what is it that you want. So those of you looking for relationships, decide what it is. Do you want a long-term relationship? Do you just want to have someone that wants to have fun with? Do you want to get married? There needs to be clarity in that thought so that you can draw in the kind of person that you ideally want. The same applies to an existing relationship. If there's something that you would like to expand or shift within an existing relationship, really decide clearly what it is, because that is what is needed at this time. It's as if there's choices, too many choices, and you can't make up your mind. And it's a case of once you have the clarity, then make that move, or then it will come to you. Then the doors will open and it will come to you. That's the message I'm getting. That keep an open mind says your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. The Ace of Fire is interesting. In this particular tarot deck, it says yes. The answer is yes. So, for many of you, or those of you that are looking for relationships, you could meet somebody once you've decided what it is you want, what kind of relationship it is that you want. You could meet someone that's a little bit out of your comfort zone. That's what I want to say. And you may need to keep an open mind about this. And the answer is yes. Do get to know them better. Keep an open mind about this person. The Make the Effort card says great love is worth the steps you're guided to take. And you've got the Three of Sky with that. Now in this particular deck, the Three of Sky, which is the Three of Swords in the other tarot decks, or some tarot decks, is more about the fact that you're getting distracted by dramas, by other people's stuff, by other people's things, and it makes you take the eye off the ball. Sometimes we let that happen because we tend to be not decisive about the way forward, and we let other people's dramas distract us. That's the message I'm getting for you guys. For some of you listening to you, that's the message. But rather make the effort to this person who you've met who doesn't fit into the box that you usually have for prospective partners. Make the effort to get to know them well. Make the effort to establish a bond with them. Don't let other people's stuff and baggage and nonsense distract you from that. That's a very clear message coming through for some of you. For those of you in committed in partnerships and relationships, the same applies. There's too much going on around you that you're letting distract you. Rather make the effort to re-establish or cement that bond that you already have with somebody. Direct message there for you. Finally, your tarot cards for the month of December, Pisces. I have to say yours is one of the most interesting of the readings so far. It's different. Okay, so you've got the Death card, the Six of Sky, the Four of Earth, and the Earth King. Now what's interesting here, the Death card says something needs to be let go of. This whole reading, this part of the reading, the tarot reading, talks about something. All of you that are listening to this have something that you're hanging on to that is you don't need anymore, and it needs to be let go of. For some of you, it's a situation you need to get out of, because the Six of Sky says there's no need for you to stay in a situation that you know is just ridiculous. It's not a case of necessarily you've got to leave a place or leave a group of people. It's just a certain situation everybody is being really silly about. You look at these cats squabbling in there and this rather grumpy cat walking off from it. You have a right to do that. There's a squabbly, silly situation going on, and you're being dragged into it, and you have every right. It is your right to sort of walk off because it's just nonsense kind of thing. The Four of Earth speaks about having a lot of something, and it makes you feel very secure, but because you've got the Earth King there as well following up, the security you have from this is perhaps cutting you off from the relationships you should be having with somebody or with other people. Perhaps your need for security is become first and foremost in your mind, and that is sort of hampering your relationships. You're forgetting about people. The antidote for this always, and a lot of sort of the more mystical people will tell you, when you start feeling like that, take something and give it away. It's in the giving away that it kind of loosens that knot that has been made, where we feel insecure, or we're trying desperately to get security, and we're scrabbling for it, or we're hoarding, and we're not even aware of that fact because we feel insecure. And yes, it does definitely impact on relationships, on all kinds of relationships. So then go and give somebody something. And those of you that do follow Christmas, do believe in Christmas, do participate in it, that's a perfect time to do it, isn't it? Go and give something out of complete charity, and it doesn't have to be anything big, just something of yours to somebody else for Christmas. That's a message coming through for some of you that are listening to this reading. And like I said, this is a very, very interesting reading. So it's a case of something you're hanging on to is holding you back, whether it's a crazy situation that you need to just back out of, whether it's the fact that you're hanging on desperately or tightly onto materialistic things because you're feeling insecure as if more isn't going to come in. So you either, for those of you in that crazy situation, get up, walk out whenever it happens. Even if it's a case if you can't actually physically leave it forever, you can that moment physically leave it until it simmers down, and then you can come back into the room. But for those of you that perhaps feel that feeling of not having enough, take something you have and go and give it to someone in the month of December. It'll loosen the knot. That's the message that's coming through for you. I hope that you enjoyed that reading. If you would like any of those readings I offered at the beginning, the personal, private, soulmate, or subscription to weekly updates for your star sign, please contact me via the links in the description box below. That is via the website. I want to thank you for watching, listening, commenting, liking, subscribing, and for those of you that share this video, I truly appreciate it. Those of you that comment, I read every single comment. Thank you very much.